What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are back with day 2 of Warships. Now, we're going to talk about some mistakes that I have made. One of the mistakes I didn't make was throwing code Zedmont in that creator boost. Made my gaming experience just so much better. Community screwed up in a big way. How did you guys vote for the stunner? I don't know who voted for the stunner. Please don't ever do that again. These guys suck so bad. The Shockeneers are so good on a couple operation hits. Stunners are good on nothing. So please take your heads out of your butts if you voted for the stunners, and let's jump into Warships. Now, yesterday I got 2 accounts into gold in less than 60 battles combined, which was pretty good, but let's be honest, Warriors are not going to make it there. But, there's a big but involved. Do go get those 500,000 tokens, because if you've been heavily using Warriors, for example, you always have the chance now to go back and fall on your own sword and go to tanks. Tanks are so awful. All the bugs are out of the way. Now the tech tree is shining in all of its tanky glory. I'm going to try to get some chests in gold here using my Warriors. We'll see how it goes. Probably have to abandon Warriors. The other option, of course, is Warriors are still barely viable if you use flares. I don't know what I'm going to do on this account. I will show you some tank kits. I'll talk about the tank tech tree as well, so do check the chapters down below, or just keep watching, whichever one floats your boat. But first, gotta spend those 500,000 tokens we just got. Now, this one on the Warriors has building damage. Quick note, I'll talk about the tank tech tree now. Get shock mines before you get building damage. Shock mines more useful than building damage. Tanks can walk through everything, so getting those shock mines out will help you a little tiny bit. All you need is a little bit. Now, because we're using Warriors, I'm gonna get these shocks up a little bit. Need a little bit longer shocks. I hate to do this. I think this is the wrong approach. But we have made our bed, we might as well sleep in it. Now, finding opponents getting longer and longer. This season is likely going to be the worst one ever for matchmaking because a lot of players have quit. I've seen a lot of 1-star reviews. People are not happy, like just generally not happy with the state of this season, whether it be due to tanks or due to the bugs that started. So yes, the Admiral's key was given out, but on the flip side of that, people quitting. So maybe that'll balance out. We'll have to wait and find out. By the way, congratulations to Stoneheart, who is already in Diamond. Day 1 Diamond. So impressive. I am, like, my cap is off to you, sir. I tip my fedora to you, as the saying goes. Now with tanks, you can see where they're looking, because the tanky dudes just look towards where they're headed, whereas Warriors not quite so much. So we're going to throw a couple extra smokes out there and just have to rely on our shocks. This is exactly why we upgraded our shocks, getting those shocky bits out, trying to get all of these engine rooms down as fast as we possibly can. And that was incredibly lucky, because that win right there means I might actually claim my chest in gold, which I will be amazed if we can pull that off. Warriors with no flares have gone the way of the dodo, but as you can see here, we're doing okay, getting good grades, and they're only getting worse. As the song goes. You guys said I had a reference to a song yesterday. I've heard the song, but I don't think I would reference it. If any of you are out there and know where the heck that song reference was, please do let me know. We just won. They did not fizzle though, which is going to be problematic. By the way, this base was designed by Dr. Phoenix. If you check the leaderboard, he's right about there. copying that base because lots of other people have things like hot pots and I don't have things like hot pots. But we got 18 of the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stars here. So if I can pull off a win here, we'll get at least 15 more, which would be, I guess, probably more like 15 more, which would be amazing, but I just can't see it happening. Can't see it happening at all. We're just going to have to wait for the opponent, I do suppose. Let me know in the comments what you think about this season. If you voted for the stunners, please tell me why. I know Shockeneers look less appealing or something, but I gotta find the op hits where I used Shockeneers and just crushed, like Red Line open, Cooker open. There are so many good hits that use the Shockeneers. Their shocks go so, maybe at a low level they suck, but I don't know. Shock mines, so many shock mines, so many things here, but we've got a bunch of GBE, so maybe, just maybe, we can get in and amongst the things. Just need to be super, super, super careful with all of our GBE. So I'm going to get one shock about there on the brink of that boom cannon. Did not get it where I wanted it to go. And then we're going to spread these critter dudes out. And then maybe one more critter back here. Probably need a couple more critters than this. This is where Everspark with Warriors would probably be super duper amazing. But as you know, I got no hero. We need a hero. Yeah, anyways, thankfully, I said I didn't make a musical reference, then I made one. Thankfully, critters are faster than warriors. That is super duper, super duper, super duper helpful. Oh no, that was not helpful. I threw a critter instead of a smoke, and then I ended up using all of my GBE, and my warriors are all on life support. So we're just gonna keep tapping here. Sorry for those of you that hate that when I keep tapping, but we need that shock out in a major, major way as a vehicle goes by with incredibly, incredibly squeaky brakes. Tapping that shock for all of our life's glory or something like that. All of our 2 wins, warriors. Still working in gold. That is a huge win, like massive. Don't follow this. I know all of you are using tanks probably, and look at this wrap. Need to talk about something here quickly. You've probably noticed it already, but this, come on back. This 6, or what is that? 3x6 square that we should have marked in yellow, but we didn't, is incredibly, incredibly important. It makes your troops do super wonky things when nothing's in there. I believe it was Policino that pointed it out first. I've seen other people talk about it as well, but I said I was going to get at least 15 and I got 14. So we are going to claim this chest in gold, which is huge. I am still the only player in New Zealand in gold. HLY coming up quick, I am quite sure. I'm guessing he's at 4 engine rooms. No, still at 3. HLY, what's going on? I thought for sure he'd be rushing towards those rocket choppas. This is going to be my last hit on the warrior account. I will show you some tank stuff. My tank account is not in gold yet. I'm not sure if it's lack of skill, lack of care. I went back to get flares and then forgot about them, so many tech tree mistakes were made on that tank account, and hopefully you guys can learn from that. Not sure that many of you will learn much from these warrior hits. Maybe you will, maybe you're using warriors and love it, but we will jump back to that in a second. So need all sorts of love over here. Let's go like this, and then one beautiful, beautiful shock on all of that stuff as we keep more and more critters coming out. I can't even imagine like warriors. If you had the GBE node, this would be beyond silly. Like, we don't have the GBE node and we're already throwing out like 50 shocks and a whole bunch of critters and just walking through these bases. So hopefully we've got at least one critter down there that's gonna get ahead. It doesn't look like we do. Actually, maybe, just maybe. Come on, dudes. This is where we need to save that gunboat energy and hope that our critters get slightly, ever so slightly out front, which they're not gonna do. So we're just gonna throw that into there. Of course, We hit a shock mine. Smoke, smoke. I don't even know where they're going is part of the problem. So let's just throw one more smoke on the corner of that flamethrower. And then, we're like a tiny bit of GBE short. Didn't get the shock that I wanted, but let's get that a shock over here. Holy crow. Can we pull off 3 wins against gold level players? It looks like we can. Getting times like 240 plus, you're probably going to win against tank players. Because tank players, if you can get 232, you're going to do pretty darn good. There's the 15 stars. There is the gold chest, and we even got one of those engine rooms towards that right there. So looking good. Sitting at mid. I wish this account was in Canada. This account was created on vacation. I can't tell you how much that has buoyed my spirits, because using tanks is just so disgustingly slow and painful. Maybe you guys like it. Maybe you like the strategy involved. I would love to hear your comments. I have not seen many positive comments. If you have positive comments, please do share them with me. So this is where my tech tree went awry. Went to get flares and then forgot about the flares, and then I went and got building damage, but I should have got shock mines first. So don't be like me. Be a little bit more strategic. I know you want everything all the time, but you need to plan a little bit better. So shock mines before building damage, and both of those before medics, before flares. Flares can get you out of some trouble, definitely, especially when your troops, like when you're in here and all of your tanks decide that they're gonna go like wrap this. Whoa, what the heck happened there? Wrap this corner and go into this neighborhood. Flares will obviously save you from that. It'll also allow you to flare like a cannon and have Everspark not walk into death's range. I'll show you what I've been doing. I have had a couple gold boss battles, have been screwing things up. So if you see anything I'm doing wrong with tanks, please do let me know. Now, because we don't have the GBE node, I hate dropping all my troops and having no gunboat energy. So I've been mixing in 1 boat of grenadiers. They're not doing a heck of a lot, but they're doing something. Maybe I should be using 1 boat of medics, but medics, I just can't bring myself to do it. So we are going to go something like this, making sure that our last couple flags are slightly higher so that Everspark walks behind a tank. There's nothing worse than watching Everspark walk forward and getting shot in the face. And then as soon as that mortar goes down, we're going to get that hack out. That is so frustrating when that happens. You hit the hack button and Everspark hacks the defense, and then suddenly that defense is dead like half a second later. That is a value one right there. You see that universal remote? That one is ridiculously, ridiculously valuable. So we're going to get rid of that flamethrower, hopefully get some critters on there, and now we're cruising in. We're going to get a little bit more critters out to clear some of those shock mines and mines. And now this is where, when someone's got a mortar back here, throw your critters on the mortar. It clears it. Don't have to worry about your troops going anywhere near it. Also do be aware, that one boom mine that is always like 1 square off, 1 tile off, that will frustrate you to no end. It will kill Everspark, and you will be incredibly frustrated as we pick up the win. I can't remember whose base I copied here. Somebody. Just know that if I'm using a base, chances are I have not made it. Making a base is a exercise in futility, as they say. I'm just pulling out all of the idioms. Is that what those are called? We picked up the win. They picked up the loss. Sergeant Slaughter got sent to the slaughterhouse. All tanks and Everspark hacking early. That is an early hack. And then see, like, they got to keep slowly dropping tanks. That's why I've been mixing sometimes Zukas. You see that boom mine right there? That is why Slaughter threw that critter. Because otherwise, and this is that wrap we were talking about, flamethrowers, machine guns eating up those tanks. And I've toyed with the idea of moving this engine room back so that all of the tanks go towards that boom cannon, but I'm not too sure yet. This base has been used by so many people. I think Orion had it at one point. Most people using it have green mines, though. I do not have green mines. Maybe that's next on the list. Probably flares though. And I haven't seen a base like this before. This person has all of their boom cannons like in a line. Normally they're horizontal. I'm gonna call this vertical. Let's go like this. We're gonna get, again, I love throwing that early critter simply because A, it clears some mines, and B, usually you get a little bit more value out of it, but my critters just all died. And not having maxed critters sucks. It's amazing just how bad your troops are. What, did I just get a hack there and it just died again? Perfect, that's perfect. You're used to throwing critters and they spread in a certain way, and then you throw them when you have low level critters and they don't spread, or like they clear the left side of a building but not the right. It really, really, really sucks. That person's got a flamethrower. A lot of people have mortars or machine guns. That makes more sense to me because otherwise you're going to end up people throwing critters on your machine guns or your mortars and just using that blind spot to their advantage. Don't use a hack right now. It really, really sucks when your troops turn around and come back for something. And tanks, like, we've got lots of gunboat energy left, and what we're going to do is we're going to throw a hack out here in a second. I might have to smoke past that flamethrower, we'll see, but right about now, Everspark hacking that flamethrower might... Oh, she's actually not going to hack the flamethrower. There she goes, hacking that flamethrower. That allows us to walk right on by it, which is going to be super duper helpful in a couple seconds. And then all of our tanky dudes taking out the core business. So using Everspark's remote hack to your advantage, pressing it at the right time is such a big deal. It is crazy just how important that is. If our troops would have stayed behind or been wrecked by that flamethrower, would have been a big, big deal. So that's where bringing in that one boat of something. If you don't have grenadiers, use Zukas. If you don't, I used one boat of warriors at times. Basically, they're just free critters. We'll do one more hit. I wasted way too much time on warships yesterday. First day back from vacation, wasting time on warships. Not the bestest of ideas. Let's throw that critter out right there. See what I mean? We threw those low-level critters out, that low-tick critters out, and we didn't even clear all the shock mines, which is a little bit infuriating. Now that that mortar is gone... Not what I was hoping to hack, was really hoping to hack that boom cannon, and now we're going to end up with that exact thing I was talking to you about. Like, this is where we're going to end up with a bunch of our troops doing a bunch of stupid things. So we're going to clear these shock mines down here, knowing full well that our troops are going to do stupid things. And then, actually, you know what? It actually worked out because we got more critters out of the deal. So maybe it was a good idea. I don't know. Tanks, what do you do? Now, this is where grenadiers turn into free critters as well. I know that doesn't seem like a great idea, wasting your troops like that, but the fact is, we've got a bunch more stuff coming here. So we're going to go smoke, 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 making sure that Everspark is in that final smoke, or she will 1000% get shot in the face. And this is where all of those tanks spreading out, getting all sorts of crazy, crazy damage every which way. It is crazy just how much your troops spread out. And now we've got those tanks are basically dead. Like, we're not going to get those puppies back. Would be really, really, really nice if somehow they could take out that flamethrower so that our critters didn't die, which they just did. And just like that, getting that left-hand side engine room. So 3 smokes around the corner is the way that I've been playing with tanks. If you have other ways of doing it, please do let me know. And use your critters... Whoa. Oh, monitor just died. Perfect. So use your critters to clear these boom mines. Don't use them to clear these ones. Probably need to clear this boom mine, otherwise Everspark's gonna stop, spit out some critters, and then die. I am gonna claim that chest in iron simply because having it there is just gonna tempt me into playing tanks more for the second. I'm gonna go back, play those warrior hits because, hey, if I'm winning, if I can get that next chest in gold, that's gonna be a big deal for me. So hopefully this helped you in some way. Please just keep playing. It's gonna get better. There are no real push points in this season, and there are these tokens coming that are going to entice less skilled players to keep playing. You guys have the leg up. Just the fact that you're on YouTube means that you're better than 95% of the population. I'm willing to bet not many of you voted for the stunner, which means that you've put some thought into the game, so you're gonna crush those players. There's a lot of players coming up that have never been past the 3 engine room level, past the 4 engine room level, so stick with it. If you want to get to diamond for the first time or legendary for the first time, or if you want to throw down that global top 500 trophy that you leave in your storage, play out the season. This is probably the best season to get that trophy. That is going to be it for me, though. Keep booming those beaches. Keep that submarine diving. Keep code ZMOT in your creator boost because it keeps expiring. Comment, like, share, subscribe, YouTubey things. Click the bell. I'll talk to you soon. As always, thank you for coming in and taking part. I'm ZMOT. Peace.